Hey everyone, I got a comment asking me if I was going to make a video on how to prepare for the next update and Gowther, so it does look like that the next update is going to be one of our biggest ones yet. So I just wanted to go over maybe like 5 to 10 things that you can do to prepare for the next update. And also, most of you watching are not subscribed, so if you find this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you could consider subscribing. Alright, so first thing, we know that we're going to get a new set of weapons, most likely, so shout out to Luca. He had said, similar to the Breath of Glory series, where we use Sunstone alloy to make the Breath of Glory weapons, we should get one with the Malachite alloy, so I would expect it to stay the same, so around, let's say 12 Sunstone and these blueprints. And it's probably going to be for Gowther, their best in slot, because because if we take a look at Clotho, when we got the Breath of Glory series, this is her best in slot weapon, and obviously it almost felt like that this was made for her. There's Manny, of course, she's good with this as well, but you know, this is the weapon for anybody that uses normal attacks. So the same thing I'm expecting is going to happen when Gowther comes around and you have to make a weapon for him, and you would use the Malachite. So I was going to make a separate video on this, but as of right now, it's not worth crafting these potions because you have to use Malachite, and I made a mistake. I crafted like 50 of these or something, and so I'm pretty low on Malachite, but make sure you have, I would say, like 50 is a good place to be. If you have 50 Malachite, with that, you can craft any weapons that you might need for new characters. So similar to weapons, we're probably going to get new gear sets as well. So if you don't have these items right here, this magic infused metal, I have, as you can see, 5 over here, but you're going to need platinum to make these because of the new engraved sets that we're going to get. And alongside having those, make sure you have enough of these as well. So if you have like 5 seals, make 5 of these. That's where most of my platinum just went. This is like 125 platinum, but any of the new engraved sets will have, which will probably have like 7 or 8 new ones besides Gowther's. So you'll be ready to make them when the engraved sets do drop. Like none of these, you don't have to make them right now because we'll know on the day of the update if you need to make these, but for the Malachite and stuff, that is something you have to prepare for early on. Speaking of new stuff, the weapons for Gowther, I would recommend go farm this when you can, because you can use these two 3-star let me break the weapons. Most likely he's going to have a gluttonous weapon. If not, even if it's something like this, we might get a second passive with 3 stars, so I would have enough, which is like 12 or 13 SSR magic crystals, so you can go ahead and unlock the second passive for his weapon if there is one. So you see, level 3 there's no passive, level 4 there's a passive. So for his weapon, I would recommend go ahead and do the magic crystals, hold on to them. If you have any of these, also save them, because I'm assuming it's going to be like magic weapons, but he could have a melee weapon as well. So for, let's say, the wand, I can upgrade it using 4 of these and I don't have to worry too much. But yeah, we don't know his weapons yet, but we do know his enchants or elements, so I'll go over that in a second. Currently, what we know is that he is a ice main unit, so he's going to be ice and then darkness and lightning. So if I show you here, we have 40 amethyst, which is not a lot. I'll get this to 50. We have 50 topaz, and then we have around 20 sapphire. So I would recommend try to get this up as much as you can, all these different crystals for his enchants, and make sure to hold on to whatever legendary bead that you have, and so you can craft it up to a specific elemental type. So you can make a darkness one, you can make a ice or electric one. 50 is probably good enough. You'll probably get a good enough roll with that. Usually you're looking for at least 2 out of 3 good rolls. This one is like 4 out of 4. This one's 3 out of 3, but if there was a 4th one, I would want like crit damage. This one's like 2 out of 3, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing better I could get here is defense percent. This is only a 2 out of 4, so I would need like wind attack and crit damage. So you can see it's a lot of just re-rolling to get the good enchants that you want, and I would recommend having those elemental ones to make sure, whatever he needs, you can give it to him. Also, because of the new armor sets, I would really recommend having a bunch of these if you don't, and if you do have some, save these, because with the new engraved sets, this is only, I have 197, and that's only enough for upgrading maybe like 2 engraved sets, or 3. So if I take this one right here, let's go see, I have 200 by the way, so if I do select multiple, you can see that's only 2 engraved sets that I can upgrade with 200. So because of the new engraved sets, I would recommend to have these saved as well. I wouldn't make any weapons, like I was saying, I wouldn't make any of these weapons first. I would wait till we have the live stream at least to see what they are. And if you have time, you can farm up the materials then. Like for some reason, if he has like a normal attack DPS in his build, then of course he would need like the staff or the grimoire or something like that. I don't see him using like a heavy weapon like the axe or greatsword or anything like that, but I don't want you guys to craft the wrong weapon and then turns out that he doesn't need it and then you kind of wasted the weapon. For the mastery, I don't actually have the graphic or whatever it is, but on zeroluck.gg, you can go to the website and for characters that use, I think it's going to be like something like Merlin. So we have wand and the book and the staff. So if you farm her mastery, I think you should have whatever materials you need for Gowther's mastery as well. This I cannot confirm because I'm going off the fact that he's going to have 3 magic weapons, but he could have like a dual swords or, nunchucks or something in there. So if you want to pre-farm it, it's free anyway, so you don't have to worry about when the update comes around. I would recommend go ahead and farm his mastery as well. If you made it this far, do let me know by commenting keys. I'm just kind of curious, or what you're even excited for with the next update, but my other piece of advice is to save as many keys as you can. Unfortunately, there's the event where you have to spend some of your keys, but if you're a spender or you spend money, pick these up the day before the update and it will carry over to the next one. But as a free-to-play, you should be saving any sort of keys that you have that's not being used on this. I really don't like this event because it's designed to like take keys out of you, but again, do this first and then save any keys that you can. Well, we have about, how much is that? Like 5,000 keys or 6,000, and I do have to use a couple hundred more for the event, which again I don't want to, but it's whatever. And then when the new update drops, you see these armor sets right here, like these ones. You craft these, so I would recommend when you do have the update, you can use your keys to go farm these for that specific, because every time we have the major update, we get new abyss difficulty that comes with new gear. So this was for the Warden, and then this was for Gallant, this was for the, these two were here in the game before, but these two are new and they came with the major updates. So I'm expecting the same thing is going to happen with Gowther's update. We'll have a new boss or new abyss difficulty, and you go in there, you farm this, and if you're missing any, you can just craft it, but that's where you will need a lot of keys, because I remember using probably 1,000 or 2 on my first day of playing with the new armor sets, and then I still don't have enough later on so to make engrave sets. But again, you don't lose anything by saving keys if you can right now. That's my best advice. As I showed you, I have like 6,000, but let's take a look here. Elizabeth is going to get her 3rd set. Merlin's going to get hers. I don't know about Drake. I don't think he will. And then maybe a couple other units. We could see Deanne and King. It's been a while. Or maybe Elaine. But definitely Merlin and Elizabeth are going to get theirs. And I would recommend pick them up because they're both really good actually. So the Merlin one is obviously her bursting weapon. And we do need some burst on here. And then for Elizabeth, it's also her bursting weapon, so the crit damage and earth burst efficiency, if you can get those, are going to be really good. And I'm assuming on the 3rd engrave set, it's going to have earth burst efficiency in here as well, so you burst faster. Also, recommend having a lot of these at least, pet potions, and if you do need to craft up to the blue ones, you can do that. But having the purple ones at least, you can, again, craft it up. Have some of the legendary ones. We're probably going to get new pets with the new region. So again, if I wanted to, I can craft up. I have these to salvage, but like I said, you have to hold on to your malachite. So let's see if they give us new pets. If they do, then of course you can make these. But you can see I have 200 more of these that I can make, so I don't have to worry about it for a long time. Also, so you don't have to farm this the day of the update. I would recommend farm some of these as well. You're going to need 21 for Gowther. And I mean, everybody has enough of these materials anyway, but for these, make sure to save them again because you want to make the enchants. The best way to use your keys is while you're saving them is actually, I'll tell you right now, is you have Vanya or Silent Desert selected here. You do the boss challenge here, like let's say you go into Drake. Let me know if you knew this. If you didn't know this, I should share this more often, but you go into Drake, right? Just kill him really quickly. Don't collect the rewards. It's going to give you 5 keys, and you can come in here and use another 5 keys to get the reward from here. That way you're slowly stocking up on the hero's token and some other upgrade materials. That's kind of how I actually upgraded my Drake and Manny. I didn't even use my keys. You can see my mastery is basically almost done. The big ones are done all anyway, right? So I barely had to use keys for this. I just needed gold. And speaking of which, actually, you do need gold as well. So if you have enough materials for the enchants or heroes token and gear upgrade materials, all that, I would recommend definitely go get some gold, because I would say you probably need around 8 to 10 million gold when the update drops to make sure you can upgrade everything. So like Gowther, his weapons, his engrave sets, some other engrave sets, new weapons, all that stuff. And that way with 10 million gold, you should have enough. And speaking of weapons one more time, I kind of forgot to mention this, but going into the update, you want to have at least 66 of these materials. So 66 of this, 66 of this, as you see I have here, 66 of these. There might be one more, I can't remember, but yeah, the Azure Stone. So all of these have 66 of, because even if all 3 weapons require the same one, which they might with this one, then you have enough to do the upgrades day 1. And with the blueprints, hold on to like 2 or 3 so you can make the new weapons if you need to. And in terms of gear and stuff, there's not much you can prepare. But also another thing you can do, instead of needing to make the enchants, you can buy them here. So I already bought some for this week or this month, unfortunately, but you can buy these 15, and then as soon as Gowther drops, you can just use these to, you know, get, let's say, lightning or ice, whatever one is his best element, you would pick that from here and then just go ahead and enchant. But make sure you're buying stuff in the raid shop to have materials. And any of these, I would recommend saving some of these as well. So I only have one Tailor Stitching Needle, but these I can use to reroll his passive level for the gear if I need to, and upgrade his level. So make sure to do your pet expedition as well to get all the rewards from here that you need, especially his metals and stuff. So I did some sapphire, I did a little bit of amethyst. So if I show you my enchants over here, so if I go down lightning, you can see I have enough to make basically 50 cold. I'm working towards that. And then darkness, I could make probably 50 by the time he drops as well. So make sure you're using some of your pet expedition towards that and not just something like platinum. If you have like all the pets, you could do that, but like here, I have 2 extra amethyst and I have 3 extra sapphire now. But I would also recommend pick up pets that you don't have. So like this one for sure, pick this one up because it's free basically. You just need to put in some time. This is also free, again, just requires a lot of time. So you're looking at 80 runs of the bird. 80 times 3 is 240, and then this is 80 times 3. Or no, 80 times 4 is 320. So just make sure you get this one as well. It's completely free, just take some time. That will help you save some time with the pet expedition, but have these pet potions, like I said, because there might be new pets that you want to catch, and then that will also help out with the expedition. But that's everything I have for now. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. But whoa, before you leave, I did a video doing some account reviews. Well, it's just one account, and I fixed up the account a little bit, so if you want to see that, it's this video here. I would really appreciate it if you can watch it. And before you leave, make sure to like this video, and that way you'll know when I get the next video out. So take care guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.